Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Sunday, April 24th, Sunday Fun Day. Ian Cameron, Skee Profit, Wham, Dutch Boy, Skee Profit soon, Dutch Boy Fresh and Wham with me right now, ready to break down the Sunday NBA slate. We got 4 games today. One is about to start, so quickly we'll throw it around to everybody. Milwaukee, Chicago. Milwaukee, 4.5-point road favorites, 219 the total. I'm not involved in the side in this game. I think Milwaukee might have just they woke up the last game. I don't know if Chicago has an answer. We'll find out. I do expect Chicago to show a little bit of freaking pride today after just an embarrassment the other night, but I don't know if they're good enough to win the game or cover the number. I like the over, though. It's the lowest total in the game. I think Chicago offensively, they're talking about maybe pushing in transition a bit more. They said they stagnated a lot against the Milwaukee defense this last game, so put a little more pace into their offensive, philosophy a little bit. And look, we're talking about now a series where the total was 230 in game 1, and now we're seeing 219 here in game 4. So now we're seeing an extreme, obviously drop in the total because we've seen some unders, but I think this could be the day finally we go above the number, we go over the total. So I like over 219 here. Wham, what about you with Milwaukee, Chicago?
Yeah, I'm on the Bucks first half -2. I like them to continue to show that they have the better, deeper team. Outscored the bench. I mean, the bench outscored the Bulls bench by 21 savage points, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much did what they wanted to do. So I expect them to do that again in the game. And actually, some guys play even better, like Pat Connaughton. He's been missing his threes, but I think he gets to it today. So I like the Bucks first half.
All right, Bucks first half for Wham Bam. All right, Dutch, how about you? Bucks, Bulls.
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and DJs for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I'm hitting this plane. Trophy wife crossed with the wedding cake. Yeah, that's right. It's the flavor plane, man. Take you right where you need to be. Yeah, hey, I got Bobby Portis, man. I woke up early, gave it to y'all early, man. Bobby Portis double. Had one in game 1 off the bench. Did only play a 5 minutes game 2. Game 1 fucking 3 had another double. So plus 140, 150, 130, all the way. Someone told me they got at 160. So shop around. But Bobby Portis double. I like it. And I fuck with my man Wham too. I ain't co-signing nothing with Chicago on it, motherfuckers.
Nope, not going to happen. Not involved with Chicago right now. Not touching them again after the last game. I don't blame you there. All right, Golden State. That game just tipped off. Golden State and Denver. We've got Golden State 4.5-point road favorites. 224 the total in this game. I think it's 1-2-3 Cancun here. Like Toronto, they avoided the sweep against Philly yesterday. I don't know if I trust Denver to do that. I mean, Denver just looks totally outmatched. They couldn't have asked for better and more in terms of that game the other day against Golden State. The effort was great. They battled right till the end in that basketball game. And at the end of the day, it's just too much falling on the shoulders of Jokic and not enough support for him. And then Golden State, the better defensive team they've proven in this series. They get stops when they need it. Draymond Green's defense on Jokic, all things considered, has been pretty solid so far in this series. It's just difficult to see Denver finding solutions right now against the Golden State Warriors, down 3-0 in this series when they threw their biggest punch and they still lost and still didn't cover. I mean, it's 3-0, not only 3-0 in the series, but 3-0 against the spread as well for Golden State. I don't know if I trust Denver to extend the series, quite honestly, because nothing they've tried, nothing Malone has done has really helped them in any stretch of the imagination. You're seeing this team now, especially on the offensive side of it, really, really missing Porter, really Michael Porter Jr., and missing, of course, Jamal Murray. Jamal's the critical component. I mean, they just don't have anyone to give them that inside-outside balance consistently that he would if he was on the floor. So, I would look toward Golden State here, but I'm going to play it a little bit differently here, and I'm going to go over 114.5 team total Golden State. I trust that more than I trust, just in case, Denver does battle and, maybe it's a close game, 2-possession game. Maybe they slide inside the number barely, but all I know is I trust Golden State to get to 115. Why? Because in the first 3 games, they've scored 123, 126, and 118. All right. They've eclipsed this number in all 3 games in this series. I think they do it again. Warriors team total for me over 114.5. Dutch, how about you? Golden State, Denver.
Yeah, man. Hey, big shout out to our guys, X Nizzle, Daddy Cab, Mr. Cab, I see you, my dude. Kenny, woo. T, Big T, I see you, my guy. Sam Comer in the chat, I see you, bro. Everybody, do us a favor. You know what I'm saying? Retweet a tweet that we tweeted out, either Ian's or mine. Retweet it. Let's get everybody in here because we're on this new time. And it's the motherfucking weekend. We definitely appreciate you spending your Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning with us. Definitely. But yeah, man, I'm on the Warriors, man. I'm on the -4. I'm not overthinking this shit. I agree with a lot of what you said, Bobano. I just think, man, yeah, there's levels to it. The Warriors are just a motherfucking better team, boy. And they got Draymond, they got a well coached Steve Kerr. They got guys that are gonna. Iggy too. I just think they got guys that are gonna, make the others show up. Pretty much. I don't think they're gonna overlook this game. They're gonna be like, hey, look, we need to rest. It's gonna be a long motherfucking run to get where they want to go. So sweep these boys and don't fuck around having to go back to the Bay. I just think and look at it, man. I mean, you got a pretty good game from the fucking Nuggets in Game 3. They shot 50% from the field, 42% from three, plus 14 in the rebounds. I mean, your boy Big Joker, man, 37, 18, and 5. I mean, can it get much better than that? That's a beautiful fucking thing. 14 to 22 from the field. I mean, he had his best game. Gordon gave you 18 and 12. You know what I mean? So 31 points off the bench. I mean, really, what can get better? I mean, you're going to tell me Monte Morris or Will Barton just going to drop like 25, 30? Bones Highland going to show? I just don't really see it, man. I really don't. I think the Warriors are improving each and every game. They obviously took a little bit lack off, I believe, there in Game 3. But offensively, I still believe they're improving every game, and they've improved each and every game from the field percentage-wise. They're averaging 54% from the field in this series. And like I mentioned, from Game 1 to Game 2 to Game 3, it's improved each and every time. 44.4% from the three-point line. I believe the Warriors are back, bro. I could say it. And honestly, we touched on it and I said it already. The Nuggets ain't it, bro. They've underachieved all fucking year. So now we got the Warriors at peaking right now, full roster, ready to rock and roll against Joker and a whole bunch of pretty much B minus motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So don't fuck around. Leave the fuckery at home. I know it's a Sunday. But let's not play around. These Warriors can come out and put them on these motherfuckers. Later for that's good money.
Yeah, this is totally different. Like I really felt, and you did too, Dutch, because you took them as well. I felt really good about the Raptors avoiding a sweep yesterday. I felt really good. I don't feel good. I don't feel good about that with Denver today.
Yeah, these aren't the Philadelphia fucking 76ers. They got a different mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not, and honestly, I think the Raptors have a different mentality than the Nuggets, but that's clear. Yesterday was more of a fade of the motherfucking Sixers. I didn't trust them to step on them on the road. And I do trust the Warriors to do it. Absolutely, Bobano.
Yeah, I think that's where the difference is, I think, with these two series in terms of the teams that are up 3-0 and down 3-0. What do you think here, Wham?
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking the same way with you guys. I just don't think that they're going to be able to show us anything that they haven't showed us anything that they're going to be able to keep up with this team towards the crunch time. They almost figured it out there, but just a better team all in all. Just a better team all in all. Favors to win the championship now, Golden State Warriors. So, I think the bookmakers are starting to lean that way as well. And if they sweep, like you said, Dutch, they get a long time away before the next round, about almost a week. So, definitely you want to have that type of advantage coming into the next round, especially when you see the teams that you may play up against, they going in through a dogfight within the Memphis Grizzlies Timberwolves. So I agree with the Golden State smash spot here. First half, full game, Golden State. I'm going to say full game. It's the official play for me, though. -4, Golden State Warriors, bro. I just don't think that the Warriors play this likely. They have the better players, like you guys mentioned. We expect somebody to step up for the Denver Nuggets some point at home. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be Monte Morris. He was bullshitting the whole game. And maybe it is Bones Highland, but maybe Bones Highland getting in, like my guy said earlier today. Maybe he get in on the garbage time, so get over his points. So I think this may be a blowout spot. Jordan Poole looks like he's about to get paid. And like we mentioned, man, they need to send that boy an edible arrangement, man. He got to get his edible arrangement arranged. You dig? So I'm on -4, Golden State Warriors, man. It's best bet for me, bro.
There you go. And, spoiler alert. There you go. Golden State -4 full game. And I'm liking it a lot. Liking it so much we might hear about it again later in the show. All right. Now the last two games are both tonight. Miami, Atlanta, TNT, both of these games tonight. We got Miami 1.5-point road favorites, 221, 221.5 the total in this game. Obviously, Atlanta came back and stole it fourth quarter against Miami. Miami was looking like they were in really good shape down the stretch. They were starting to gain some separation from the Hawks. They had a nice third quarter, 31-16 in the third quarter for Miami. But Atlanta turned it around. They missed some easy shots, some turnovers, just some things you don't necessarily see all the time from Miami. And look, they ended up capitalizing on it here, Atlanta. Trae Young with the runner late in the game, and they end up getting the comeback win to make this at least somewhat of an interesting series, 2-1. I want to take Miami here. Miami is the only side I would take here in Game 4, especially money line. Is what I wouldn't even bother with the -1.5. I'd just go with -125 with Miami on the money line. But Lowry is questionable. He's a little bit banged up with the hamstring. There's rumblings that Clint Capella might finally be able to partake in the series and return tonight. We'll see. That's a huge difference maker for Atlanta because they need his rebounding and his interior size when you're going up against what Miami has. We'll see if he's able to. It's not for sure yet, but at least there's finally some potential that Capella plays. We'll see about that. I would still only look to Miami. They're a veteran-laden team that's good enough to still wipe away the slate from that Atlanta loss in Game 3 and come back strong here in Game 4 and put Atlanta on the brink and go up 3-1 going back home. But again, you talk about what's going on here with the Heat from an injury standpoint, with Bam's a little bit banged up too with a quadricep injury. PJ Tucker, same thing with the calf. That he's landing on the injury report, but probably will play both of those guys. It's Lowry that's a little bit more dicey for Miami here with the hamstring injury. He didn't practice yesterday, was limping around a little bit. The Heat always are very, very one of those teams where if the player's banged up just a little bit, it's questionable. You really will never see doubtful or probable. So keep an eye on this. It's an important piece, obviously, for the Heat. It's Heat or pass for me. I'm just waiting on some of the Lowry status before getting involved. And as far as the total goes, I think it goes over because that was an over pace in Game 3. And it was right around the number. It was based on when you bet the total, whether it pushed, whether it went over, whether it stayed under. It was right around the number. And now the total is even a little bit lower here in Game 4 tonight at 221. So I do like the over. I am definitely on the over. But I'm going to wait to see what Lowry's status is before backing the Heat. I certainly lean that way. I don't want Atlanta. I don't trust Atlanta. What, just because they came back and they won at the end? You're going to get a better Heat team tonight. But I'm going to hold off to see if Lowry plays. Lean Heat, though, for me. Dutch, how about you? Miami, Atlanta.
Yeah, shout out to our guy Kenny Woo Woo Woo. THC Rizzy, I see you, my dude. Dan Kelly in the house, my guy. Yeah, Ski having some internet issues, man. So he had to restart his stuff. Hopefully he'll
Yeah,
be
he's
able to
coming.
join us.
Laptop's restarting, but it takes forever for
Yeah,
his damn laptop to restart.
yeah. Must have been all that shit he was talking about the referees, man. They fucking they freezed his ass for a
They
minute.
hacked my boy. Free Skee.
He's going in. Hey, but he might have a case. He might have a case. Hey, but I'm glad he's not here to hear what I'm about to say, though. I can't lie to you. Because I don't know why, man. I haven't bet this game, and I probably won't bet this game. But I think this might be Atlanta's game. I don't think Kyle Lowry plays. I really don't. I think the plus money on Atlanta is probably good here. I think there's a strong chance that Capella could come back. But even with that's just a boost, obviously. I just feel like, man, you don't have Kyle Lowry. That's a big piece. Now you're counting on Gabe Vincent starting now. Now you got Gabe Vincent and Strus as your starting backcourt. To me that's a big fall. I like Vincent, but I like him coming off the bench, giving you 15 to 17 solid minutes. Now you know how I feel about Atlanta here, so it's hard for me to even really say it, to be honest with you. I do think Bam might not be right. I got to see it, If Bam ain't, right now it's telling me Bam's like 50-60% out there from what I've seen. We won't have Kyle Lowry, and now you're pretty much relying on Jimmy Buckets and Tyler Hero. I don't know, man. I think Atlanta might be able to get this done with Bogdanovich, Herter, Hunter, and these boys. And I do, like I mentioned, think Capella will come back, and I think Trae Young, we'll probably have a pretty good game, not having to worry about one piece of that Kyle Lowry, because he does a lot leading the team. But I told you, the pit bull, man. When he's out there, he's going 110 on Trae. I know people don't think he can stop him, but he definitely gonna give 100% effort. But what I do like in this game is and I'm not really too much in the props really lately, but I do think the double double for Trey Young is pretty appealing here. It's plus money. He might, he cleaned up his turnovers, only had three in game, 3-2. That was a big thing. So he had 24 and 8, his best game of the series. I could see him. I mean, he damn near averages a double double. To me, at plus money, I think it's a strong look there. Trey Young double double. But yeah, man, I think obviously he has to go off as well. So I'd expect him to attack the stats all around. But yeah, this is Atlanta's game right here. I think though, So I like Miami and they'll win this series. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, this might go back to the MIA too.
Yeah. The injuries are the grave concern. That's why I'm
That's
waiting here. Like, how can you bet Miami right now when Lowry is a question, Bam's a question, PJ's a question. And by the way, the over is a great bet if one or two or three of those guys miss, because they're all good defenders. Lowry's a terrific defender at the point guard spot. PJ's a good defender. Bam, we know, is a good defender. That's why the over, I think, is a good bet. It becomes an even stronger play, in my opinion, if any of those guys are out for Miami tonight. That's going to make Trey Young's life a little easier tonight.
yeah.
Certainly, no question.
Dan Kelly asked me what I think about it. I said, yeah, bro, I don't think Atlanta going to win this series by any means, by any means necessary. I just think they're going to take it a little easy, with Kyle and bring him back and handle it at the house. Atlanta's solid at home. I mean, fucking Skee will tell you that 20 fucking times, So,
Yeah.
But yeah, my fault. Go ahead, Wham Bam. How you feeling, my man?
Oh nah, man. I'm loving hearing it. Like my guy said, it's almost like he converted himself, bro. Skee. He almost like he converted. He got washed, bro. He got washed.
Situational, homeboy.
Situational wash. So you gotta stay fresh out here. But no, some real shit though. I love
Stay
everything my
fresh
guy
and
was
stay
saying.
blessed, right?
Yeah, stay blessed. There
Right.
you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's right.
There you go, Vivano. Yeah, man, I really believe that the Hawks are alive in this series, Dan. And I said it, man. Hawks in 7, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Where there's Trey, there's a way. I wouldn't be surprised if we see again the turnovers are down, so they win the turnover battle and they win the points off a turnover battle last game. They were out rebounded in that game. If they get Capella back, this may not be as of a close game that the bookmakers think here. I think the Hawks should be probably favored in this spot. So I like the Hawks money line, bro. And it's official play for me again, man. Where there's traders away, I think they
I
do
like
go
that look
to
tonight, man.
hey man, I'm right. I love everything you said, bro. And honestly, if Bam it doesn't look right, I think my guy Dutch said it after the show yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Bam just doesn't look right, bro. He doesn't look himself, and maybe you know, it's not the time, bro. It's maybe just not the time for the Heat. You know what I mean? Like they need to figure it out. They put all their eggs in some of these players that haven't been playing here. So, maybe they figure it out next year. And I think that the Hawks, they show, man, they good for the media. They good for the money. They good for the NBA. If the refs is on any one side, I think they were looking for Trey. So I like the Trey Ice Trader game tonight. The Night King, as my guys would say, to come out and freeze it
Oh
up today.
wow.
So keep the heat on cold, you know what I'm saying, with the ice tray.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Hey,
All
how the
right.
fuck Skee in the chat but ain't in the show, man? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, Skee in the chat. How does that work? Your laptop's restarting, but you can get the chat to work? What's
Hey, that's
going
the
on with Skee
phone.
here?
That's the phone. That's the phone
He's a
work.
party
Right
guy,
there.
bro.
That's
That's
got
a
to be the
party
phone.
guy.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, he's a party guy yesterday. Hey,
Yeah,
he's in
man.
the chat. He wants, like you say, his laptop is
Motherfucker's still in
restarting.
the
I
sheath.
believe that. Yeah, I believe
Hey,
that.
man.
It takes time. I know. I've got my laptop always takes 20 minutes to restart. Most people I know, same thing. So yeah, there it is. It's on my phone. So Skee, that's all right, Skee. But you're right. It's knowing how long it takes a laptop to restart. We're going to be damn near done this show by the time his laptop's done restarting here. But he's in the chat, still joining us in some form for the Sunday edition. All right, we got the last game tonight. This series is interesting, of course. Now Phoenix and New Orleans. Suns leading 2-1. Phoenix 2-point road favorites in the Bayou. 215 the total in this one. No, I really like the Suns in game 3. I thought it was a good spot, good situation. Just like with Milwaukee, first game after Middleton's injury, they all rise up, they get it done. Same thing with Phoenix, right? First game after Devin Booker got hurt in game 2, rise up, get the job done. I think in this game tonight, it's a little different. I think you're going to see New Orleans, punch back pretty strong. They've been very, very good in this, underdog role, catching points. I actually lean to the other side here, Pelicans, tonight in this one. And keep in mind, they needed Chris Paul to be absolutely amazing in the fourth quarter to pull that one out. He was just a magician with the basketball, which he often is. That's why he's called the point god. But nevertheless, he had the basketball on a string the other night in that game 3 win in that fourth quarter. Yeah, just terrific. He made all the big shots, 28 points, facilitated, 14 dimes as well, double-double for CP3. He was just in control and took control of that game in the fourth quarter. And they needed every ounce of it because I look at the box score for the Suns. I got 28 out of Ayton, which was not surprising because of the fact I think the Pelicans, when you look at the front court, there's an edge there for him. But, you still didn't, Johnson's kind of struggling. I'm disappointed with what we've seen out of Cam Johnson in this series. He's got to pick it up. You don't get anything from Cam Payne anymore either. Crowder did chip in 10. Mikal Bridges had 17 points. So those guys were decent. But, you look at this game and, you need a little bit more from some of that supporting cast. A lot of it fell on the shoulders of Ayton and CP3 in game number 3. The Pelicans, we saw them bounce back strong after losing game 1. They played a terrific game 2. They're now facing a situation where this is essentially a game they have to have. They don't want to go back to the desert, down 3-1. That's not what they want here in this. Yeah, Payne is just total non-entity right now for the Phoenix Suns. There's no question. So I lean Pelicans here in this one a little bit, plus the points. I think it's one of those games where if Phoenix wins, I think it's kind of like the last game a little. They only won that game by 3. It kind of feels like it could be a one-possession tight game. And the one thing about this Pelicans group with Ingram, with McCollum and JV and Jackson Hayes, Herb Jones, Larry Nance, they're not rolling over this group. They're a hard-trying group. They really, they work their tails off. There's obviously this. I don't expect them to win this series. I think this is a series that's. I think without Booker, it goes. I think without Booker, it's Suns in 6 or 7. But I do think tonight they get this one potentially after the game 3 loss, and we have seen this team take a punch and punch back all year. The New Orleans Pelicans. So I do lean to New Orleans. I love Phoenix in game 3. I don't feel as strongly or as confident about them here tonight. Dutch, what about you here? A big game 4 with the Suns and the Pelicans.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta look the other way here, man. My eyes can only tell me so much, and then when I see this, it's just like, man, I don't know. I thought maybe the Pelicanos could play with these boys without Book. And I'm not saying they can't play with them, but I think at the end of the day, the Suns are just gonna, have their way with them. I think they're just a better basketball team, better coach team. My man Wham Bam pointed out a very, very good thing last game about the turnovers, and obviously they cleaned that up a lot in game 3 with CP3 running the show. I just think, man, these motherfuckers, bro, the Suns shot 15% from 3-point range in game 3. 4 for 26 with all them shooters. You think that's gonna happen again? I personally think that can only improve. They're top 10 and 3, shooting 36.4% for the season. So they shot right around that in game 1 and 2. So that's only gonna level out. And keep in mind they still won the motherfucking basketball game. Minus 10 in the rebounds. They got McGee in there playing a little bit more. I think the coaching are only going to continue to improve on that. Only 2 on the offensive rebound, which was the key when the Pelicanos beat them. The offensive rebound. So I like the coaching adjustments they made. McGee gave him 15 fucking points in 12 minutes, 7-8 from the field. So give JaVale in there, high energy. He'll match Jackson Hayes' energy, and then Big Val he can't even fucking move with McGee. So obviously we know Ayton. They pretty much found that they have nothing for Ayton. What do you have? 28 and 17. I mean, looked pretty damn dominant. Looked real fucking good. So they're gonna run it through him. CP3, man, come on, man. He's say what you will about the motherfucker, but he continues to do his thing. He is pretty clutch. I'm not gonna say he's the clutchest motherfucker out there, like my man in the chat said, but he's clutch, bro. But you touched on it, Bobano. I mean, 20. They only had 23 bench points. Led by McGee, obviously with the 15. But Cam Johnson, Payne, and Shaman had 16 total points. I think that can only improve, especially from Cam Johnson. I mean, he's shown that he's a productive player. Campaign, little, wishy washy. Shaman obviously has to give you more than 5 points and hit some open jumpers without Book. He's a key piece here, I believe. But yeah, I like this. I like the Suns here, man. I took them at -135. I skied that bitch last night. -2. I think this could be a close basketball game, but I think the better team will find a way to win in 48 minutes. I think CP3 will bring him home. And I found this thing. My boy, he's been hitting me up about a lot about props. He likes to do his little parlay props and shit. And if you could do it, I call it the 3P. So it's the the player prop parlay, So what I got on here is like plus 650 damn near. It's Steph Curry over 3.5 threes. He's had 3, 5, and 3 in the series, right? And then I got CP3 over 21.5 points. That's 30. He had 30 and 17 in game one, or excuse me, obviously, in game one, and then he had 28 just the other night. And then Trae Young, the double plus 110. You put them three, man. I don't really fuck around with these props as much, and I don't really endorse parlays. But if you can do that, drop a hundo on that motherfucker, turn it into 650. If not, you're down a hundo. But yeah, man, I like those three. You can bet them each individually if you like too. But I'm big on the Suns -135, and I do think CP3 over 21.5 points has strong value.
There you go. So there you go. Some rare props from Dutch, and you're right. That price does seem
Yeah,
kind of
my boy
appealing.
hits me up daily. I be giving him, I'm like, might as well give him that on the show because he be
Yeah.
sending me his tickets kind of hitting. I'm like, okay, because I can't be parlaying shit props like that. They don't. You got to have some East Coast other kind of accounts for that. I don't really be doing that Vegas. They don't. The books don't really be letting you do that. So, and I just get in trouble anyways. To be honest with you, But we fuck around a little bit, press a button here or two.
Yep. Nope. No doubt about it. Good stuff. Like I say, prop. I'd really diversify my betting uh, portfolio definitely in the playoffs. I'm way more into the props in the playoffs than I am during the regular season for sure. Wham, how about you here? What do you think, Phoenix, New Orleans?
Yeah, man, it's an interesting game. I seen my guy Dan Kelly. He agreed with you with Trey Young and the Steph Curry. I think he said that they were FanDuel was offering him a plus 120 or something like that for both of those two parlayed. He had to take it. I understand that look and that ideology there. That makes sense. As far as this game, though, man, look, man, come on, bro. We know it's the Suns. It's all the way around the Suns. I know. I agree with what Dan Kelly says. He does like, Willie Green in this spot. I do expect him to have a better game plan and make some of effective adjustments here in this game for them to even look more competitive. But I just think there's just too much talent all the way around. Someone else mentioned it in the chat as well. It's just too many players that they have. It's a strength of numbers theme today. The Bucks have better bench players than the Bulls. They got the Golden State Warriors have better bench players than the Nuggets, and this team has better bench players than the Pelicanos. And the Pelicanos shot crazy in that game that they won. They got to shoot crazy again to win again. So I only think the Suns lose. The only thing the Suns lose is if they really fall out their flat. Like if they fall flat on their ass, like you know what I mean. Like they come out bad early on. And then they can't really figure it out later on. So if you're thinking Pelicanos, I would say you want to take them early. I
Early.
think
Yep.
I would think to take them early, and then most likely, like my guy Babano did the other day, with the Timberwolves game, taking the first half and the full game double results. Maybe the double results probably look good today for that
Yeah.
matter there. So that's the
Pelicans
way I would.
halftime, Suns full game. I could see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I mean. The way Chris Paul has to play, like you mentioned as well, Baveno, he had to play crazy out of his mind. 2 fourth quarters in a row, shooting 19 plus in those fourth quarters. It's crazy the way he turned back the time there. Can he do it again? I think he can because a lot of his shots, he could create those shots for himself. So we just don't see it enough. And I feel like that's the difference maker here because he knows when to do it and when not to do it. Because like you said, campaign sucks. Can't rely on those guys to hit those threes. He's wide open on some of these threes. But I feel like some of these players like him and Pat Connaughton recently, they've been shooting those threes about a few feet farther than they normally do. So if they can need to step a little bit closer to those threes. So I think campaign, we see him shoot a little bit closer to the actual line. it may be a little bit more of an effective shot for them. Same thing with Pat Connaughton today. So as far as this game, I'm on the Suns here. I haven't bet this as official play. I just bet it a small part because you already know I want to double up, see what my money looking like for the rest of the day, and then I might hit double this up and make this official play here. But right now, I'm on the Suns to win the full game and cover.
All right, liking the Suns to get it done. So we got Suns and Suns for Dutch and for Wham with this one with Phoenix and New Orleans. We thought we had Skee for a second there. He popped on for a second and then it popped out again. So it's not his day with his computer, with his laptop, with his technology, unfortunately. It's probably not his day, too, because I think he had probably a fun Saturday night somewhere and he's feeling it a little bit today. That's just my guess, though. That's just my guess. That's all. Great stuff, though. That is the Sunday card. Of course, Bucks and Bulls are underway. The other 3 games will be later. And, of course, we'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you're aware of that Monday. 3 games tomorrow, Boston, Brooklyn, Toronto, Philadelphia, Utah, Dallas. 2 of those games, there he is, Skee Profit. 2 of those games, elimination games with the Raptors and the Nets, both facing elimination tomorrow night. So make sure you join us 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, the Monday edition of the Pub Hub. We were going to get to best bets, run the ads, which we usually do at this time of show, but we got Skee with us. So, Skee, run it down for us. First, Denver, Golden State. What do you like there?
Yeah, I didn't even hear what you guys had to say on that game, but I just think Golden State is a little bit too much for Denver. Denver.
That was consensus.
Yeah, okay. They gave it their best shot. They didn't have nothing for Golden State. And they don't even play the depth lineup that much. They only play them like 11 minutes per game. If Golden State wants to win this game, all they got to do is throw those guys on the floor, and it's over. Jokic is going to be exhausted by the end of the third quarter in this one. And once they realize, it's over, they're going to wave that flag, and Golden State's going to win by margin. So I like Golden State. I like the over. The over's been good all series. I don't know where it's at right now, but I got 224.5, so I like that too.
All right, liking the Golden State and the over. And I'm on the team total, 114.5 over for Golden State, as I mentioned earlier in that game. All right, next up, Skee, Miami, Atlanta. I lean Miami, but I'm worried about the injuries. Dutch is kind of turning the other way with Atlanta here tonight. Wham, what did you think of that game again?
I'm on Atlanta money line.
All over Atlanta.
That's 110. Let's get it.
How about you, Skee?
Yeah, I heard Dutch's part for sure. I didn't miss that part. He's slowly converting. He's gonna be back on the Trey train. Hawks at the house, man. Dutch told you, he said, I'll tell you all about it. Yeah, I will. Because they won 21 out of their last 24 at the house. You don't bet against them, man. And if they get Capella back, they already won without him. Okongwu's playing good. Capella only gonna make them better. We talk about all the guys banged up for the Miami side. I'm gonna continue to roll with my guy Trey at the house. Like my guy Wham said, you already know where there's Trey, there's a way. So until they show me, they're going to falter at home, I'm going to continue to play the Hawks. And like I mentioned last time, and Wham mentioned it too, they had like 18.5 turnovers the first 2 games. They got it down to 11. They got a W. I think they do something like that again tonight.
All right.
And I believe they got out rebound, and getting Capella back only gets that gap a little bit better for him, bro.
Yep, that's very true.
That is true, and we are thinking he could play. They're finally a game-time decision. Nate McMillan said he's a game-time decision. Kind of surprising because they thought, it would take another couple of days at least before he comes back. But if he's back, that certainly bolsters them in the front court, whereas Miami actually could be weakened in the front court considering, the injuries they're dealing with to Tucker and Bam. So keep that in mind if they play tonight, which we have to wait and see. And the last game, Skee, Phoenix, New Orleans. I kind of lean Pelicans, but the more I think about it, I think the first quarter, first half on the Pelicans are better looks, and you worry about Phoenix taking over in the second half, and especially in the fourth quarter, especially Chris Paul taking over games in the fourth quarter, which he's done multiple times. So this could be, I like the Pelicans, but and even the full game, I still lean Pelicans. I know Dutch and Wham like the Suns, but I might veer more toward first quarter, first half. It does feel like I think they will be out strong. Game 4 at home, you don't want to go down 3-1 going back to the desert, but I don't know if they can pull it off for 48 minutes. We'll see. What do you think here, Skee? Suns, Pelicans?
Yeah, I don't really want to be involved in the side on this game. I didn't get to see the actual prop numbers. Maybe you guys could help me out there, but I'm thinking, Valanciunas, what he's been averaging so far this series, only 11.3 points. I'm assuming his points are somewhere higher than that, and you can go with an under on him.
14.5.
Yeah, I'm thinking, he ain't been doing much. Maybe Aiden is just holding him down over there. And I did remember, Jokic. He said Aiden was one of his more tough matchups in the league. So I think I would like Valley under his points. As far as the other guys, I probably would look towards Ingram unless they've juiced it all the way up. His points would be the one I would look to go over, especially if you like the Pelicans. He's averaging close to 30, so far this series. And for McCollum, his assists throughout the season, I feel like we're around that 5.5 number. He's averaging 7.3 in this series. So if it's around that same number, I'll probably look for McCollum assist. And on the other side, you got to be playing on CP3 if you like anything for Phoenix, in my opinion.
Yeah, no doubt. I liked his points over in the last game for sure, which got there. I think it was 20.5, 21.5, something like that, his points prop. And look, he's going to be the guy that's going to shoot the ball more, and he's going to look for the offense more now with Booker not by his side. So, again, Chris Paul, I'd come back to that as well here. 21.5, you can get over that number, just like you did in game 3. So no argument there. Chris Paul over points makes sense. All right. We got best bets. By the way, hit the like button. Come on, help us out. 167 live viewers. Hit that like button. We got best bets, Dutch's freshest look coming up. Southtown 101, when you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke, Manscaped, promo code PUBSPORTS, 20% off your purchase, Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product with promo code PUBSPORTS, mybookie.ag, NBA playoffs, NHL, last week of the regular season. Those playoffs begin next week. We got UFC, MLB, USFL, and more. Sign up for an account, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit, mybookie.ag, promo code PUBSPORTS. And yes, Nasty Nate in the chat, I will give the Celtics a shit ton of credit. They have completely taken over that series. They have killed the spirit and the heart and the fight from the Brooklyn Nets in that series. You got to give their defense a whole shit ton of credit. Not many teams can make Kevin Durant look that bad, that pathetic in 2 straight games like that. Total non-entity, total non-factor in the basket. That's Kevin Durant, folks, who we've seen absolutely dominate playoff games in big moments and clutch spots. And here's the Boston Celtics just making him a complete non-factor. Well done, Boston Celtics. Wouldn't surprise me
It's
if they
mental
sweep their
now with that
asses tomorrow.
motherfucker, man. It's mental now, though. He didn't even want to shoot the ball.
Yeah. I thought if you were going to get anything out of the Nets, it would have been last night. So I think the brooms are coming out, quite honestly, in that series. I mean, you don't put up the fight last night. How can I trust you to put up the fight tomorrow night? But we'll get into that more tomorrow on the Monday show. Let's wrap it up. We got best bets, Dutch's freshest look. Wham, let's start with you. What do you like for best bet?
All right, yes, sir. Make sure I'm live, man. Just have to make sure I'm live. So we're gonna go here to the Denvers, man. Mile High. We're gonna take Golden State Warriors. Yes, it will be strength in numbers. Last game they outscored the other opposing bench for the Nuggets by 19 points. I expect it to be a duplicate today as well. The rest may help the back-to-back MVP. They haven't announced it yet, but he's the back-to-back MVP. They may help him here, but I don't think it's gonna be enough here. Give me the Warriors -4.
All right, there we go. Warriors -4 against the Pelicans for Wham with his best bet. All right, Skee, best bet.
Yeah, well, for the sake of giving you guys something different, and I know out of the remaining 2, nobody's going with this bet. We're going with the Hawks at the house, man. 21 out of their last 24 games they won. They keep it going tonight.
All right, there it is, Atlanta Hawks, which you can get right now plus 1.5 against the Miami Heat. Best bet for Skee Profit. All right, Dutch, what do you got for freshest look?
Yeah, man. Freshest look, I'm right with Wham Bam, my motherfucking high. I'm all over them Warriors, man. It's a 2-unit play for me. But I will repeat, the 3P, the player prop parlay. You know what I'm saying? I'll repeat it one more for you motherfuckers. Steph Curry over 3.5 threes. CP3 over 21.5 points. Trae Young double-double, man. Some gas money shit right there, but it's all good money.
There you go. If you can parlay props, I think they can all hit. That's a good little parlay find there. I think they all got high probability, positive expectation.
I mean, single bet
outcome.
them bitches too if you'd like.
Yeah, definitely. So Warriors as well for Dutch with the freshest look, -4 against the Nuggets for his freshest look. My best bet for this card, tough one for me actually. I'm going to go with them too, but I'm going to go with the Warriors in a different fashion. I'm going to go with the Warriors team total over 114.5. I mentioned that earlier. I think they can probably cover the number as well, but I'm just in case it's like a 4-point game, for example. The one thing we know is Denver or Golden State has gone over this team total in every game so far in this series. I don't see this changing here in Game 4 today. So Golden State team total over 114.5 for my best bet for this Sunday NBA card. And that'll wrap up this edition of the Pub Hub. Thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us. Hit the like button on the way out. We'll be back again tomorrow for Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, TROT Wham.
Yeah.
I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Sunday.
Real quick, Ian.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bust these cats out. Bust these cats out on the chat, man. It's a Sunday early morning for us. Bust these cats out, man. Give them a shout out if you would before I send them off. I appreciate you.
Yeah, let's exactly. Let's run down who's in the chat here. Dan Kelly's here every day. He's one of our favorites. Billy Briz as well. The real DJX 214. Star Child. Carlos Looters. Derek Parra. G Martinez. MDR 24. Sammy Calmer's here every day. He's a regular. Moises N. Ixnizzle 420, who we saw down in San Antone. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Vape. D McKay. S0KK. We got, let me see who else. Kenny Woo Woo Woo, of course. Dabby Cab. Make sure you're checking out his stuff with Kenny Rogers, their show. El Dorado, Custodio, Nasty Nate. Hi, off the another Celtic win last night, of course. Thanks to everyone for joining. Tease, of course, in the chat. Don Anderson, who was down in San Antonio as well. Tease, a great guy. Corenzo, welcome. Everybody else. Noli knows joining us in the chat. Markel. MMA Locker Room, Raymond Cummings, Brian Spillane. You're not related to Robert Spillane, right? That Steeler line, but no. I'm kidding. Ronnie Imbergia, Biker Boy 72, THC RZA. I'm going to see Wu-Tang in September with Nas. I can't wait for that in Toronto. That's going to be lit, that concert, Wu-Tang and Nas. I can't wait for that. PPV King, Jose Lopez, Ninja 13, Mark Schillingberg, Eric Nisbet. It goes on. Yeah,
it's good, bro. Appreciate
LeBron. I mean, everybody. Community of new knowledge. That's a good name. There we go. I think we hit everybody. Good stuff. Thanks for joining us here on this Sunday. All right, we will see you again tomorrow, Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. The Monday NBA Pub Hub. Join us tomorrow right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know, Bubba, I'm gonna be getting lit, bro. But yeah, you know, we appreciate y'all joining us every day, but appreciate definitely on these motherfucking Sundays. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Salute to the real ones. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.